Hello guys, welcome back to this channel. A lot of people have been asking me to do a video on how to set up the controller because a lot of people have been wondering why their pad are not working. Uh, PES 2017 is not a plug and play game, so you have to set up your gamepad, your controller, before you are able to play. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to actually set up your controller very well, so that you can have a good use of it in the game. So I'm using a UCOM USB controller. So if you want to actually connect with a wireless gamepad, it's almost the same step, except that you now need to turn on your Bluetooth on the system, and then turn on the Bluetooth on the gamepad. All right. Um, I'll also show you how to do that with a wireless controller. But in this video, we are going to focus on a wired controller. I have a UCOM USB gamepad. So first of all, before you start playing your game, just plug it in. Make sure that you plug it in the USB 3.0, because in your system there's a USB that is very fast, faster than the other USB ports. So try and find out which one it is. In some systems like mine, it is actually identified with a separate color. Mine is blue, so it is faster. So always set it up there. So after you've located your USB 3.0, next thing now is to locate your PES 2017 settings. Um, if you've not actually created a shortcut of it on your desktop, it will be in your game. So you just go over to where you have your game, and then you go to open file location. Uh, for example, this is my game here. If I want to locate it, if it's not on the desktop, I can right click on it and go to open file location. And once the file location is open, I can see this here is settings.exe, and you can open it up from here. But I like everything to be on my desktop so that I can easily access it. So what I'm going to do here now is just to right click and say create shortcut. So when I create the shortcut, I can then move it to and then drag it to the desktop. Move to desktop. Alright, since I have one on the desktop, I don't need to do that again. I'm going to delete this one that I've done. So we're going to go back and open uh, settings here. Make sure you have your game plugged in first before you open the settings, else you're not going to see the game part. And one thing I also want to say is that if you're using a UCOM or any USB uh, controller, there's always an analog light that when you turn it on, it turns red. Please make sure that when you're setting your controller, it is turned on. All right, because if you don't turn it on, you won't be able to set up the uh, um, analog direction. You're only going to be able to set just one of these. So it's going to either be analog or the directional button. But if you turn it on, you can set the two controls at once, so that you can use one, because once you set them, you can use one for quick attack and quick defense, right? So that's what you use it for. So you can as well also configure the right analog stick for skills if you want to perform skills. So it must be turned on. So I'm going to turn it on my own. Make sure it's turned on, and then once you are in your settings, you go over to controller, and this is where you also set your keyboard layout. All right, set your keyboard. If you want to play with keyboard, actually asked me to do a video of that too. So here is where you set up for keyboards. All right. So for controller, if I have, I will select controller. For controller one, I will come to device and select it. As you can see under here, I have USB joystick, and I will select it because this is all right. So after selecting it, you know that you will notice that some of these are not configured very well. When I press the Y, it's supposed to press Y, but it presses X. When I press A, it presses B. So I have to configure this. So there are many ways that you can do this. You can actually click on these blue icons that comes up to set each of these, or you can go over here and locate them and set it up and set them up. All right. So LT is L2, LB is L1. So, but to not miss them, I actually use this instead of using these ones on the left and right. So I directly go here. So I'll just click on this first one, and once you click on it, it comes up. So what you have to do, since it is L1 that you actually clicked, just tap L1 on your gamepad. That will say it. You click on L2, you tap L2 on your gamepad, and that will say it. Now you can see as I tap them, they're all the way they should be. So I'll click on this one, which is arrow 1 for running, and I'll click arrow 1 on my pad, arrow 2 on my pad, select button. This one is for start button. For this one is for troopers. Why? So it should be 1 on your UCOM gamepad, X should be 4, A should be 3, and then B should be 2. All right, so we've done this for that one. So for these ones, as you can see, the directional icons are showing. So if I want to set for this particular direction, I will click on it and then push my right analog, because we're setting up for the right analog. I'm going to push my right analog to the left. Make sure it's left that you push it, not down or up. So I'll push it and it is there. I can check it good. Then I can click this down and I will press down on my right analog stick, and I'll go left, sorry, right, then I will go up. All right, as you can see, this has been set. This has been set. Very good. And it's working very fine. So for the left direction, so I like to use this. I like to use the directional button for this. I don't like to use analog on this. So this is where I like to put the analog. So I'll just go here and I'll click my directional button up. This for left, for down, and this for right. All right, it is looking very sharp. And then for this one, I'll then use the left analog, up, left, down, and right. All right, good. Everything is set up. Just to confirm if everything has been set up, everything is working absolutely fine. Then the next thing I have to do is now to just click OK, and it's going to save. Now, what if you have two gamepad that you want to set up? All right. So if you have two USB gamepads that you want to set up, it's practically the same way. Just what you have to do is, after setting this up for USB joystick 1, now for the second gamepad, you just have to come to controller and select controller 2. All right, when you select controller 2, you then come to device. Since you plugged in two controls, you are going to see two USB joystick here. And now you have to identify which one is the second one. All right. So you don't select the one that you selected before. So you need to identify which one is the second one. So you click on it and then you set it up. So that is how you set up two game pads. If you want to set more game pads, that's how the procedure to follow to set up to four controllers on the game. So if you actually want to play co-op, all right. So let's go back to our controller one, which is this USB joystick, and all our settings are still there. So we just go and click OK. Once we are done, we've set our gamepad and we are ready to play. Alright, so that is how to set up the gamepad. Make sure you have your gamepad turned on and make sure you subscribe after watching this video. Thank you.